I could hear my ex calling. Don't know why my ex calling. That's probably what I say.
No, I feel like I do know why this nigga called.
Hey man, listen. Maybe if her pussy wasn't so good, you know, I wouldn't be calling it 87,000 times. Yo, what the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Do Say Nice, episode 59. Lonnie's here, Victor's here, and that's all that fucking matters.
Facts. We in the
Let's
building.
get into it. Why don't we?
First and foremost, real quick, like we always say, we appreciate everybody's
Practice
support.
safe sex.
That too. But he wouldn't know about that. Continue to love, support, share us, like, comment, subscribe on everything, YouTube, Instagram, my personal accounts. Continue to support people that have your merch. We see y'all wearing it.
Hell yeah. Appreciate y'all.
The second batch is coming out for the ones that have ordered. They just ordered later than the first batch.
Should be up by this weekend. By the way, we did a complete sellout on our first merch drop.
And that's because of y'all.
Yeah,
So,
shout out to y'all. Love and appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for giving us a sellout. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to Lonnie. I already know that. So appreciate all the love and support. Keep running it up, guys. It's only getting bigger from here.
yep. So, as we always do each and every week, we about to get into it, give y'all a visual and comical experience with us. So,
Oh shit. Here we go again.
here we go again.
As we proceed to give you what you need, we're going to start. There's a trend going on. We listen and we don't judge. And
This is We Listen and We Don't
this
Judge.
is We Listen
Do Say
and We
Nice
Don't
edition.
judge. Do Say Nice edition. And I'm going to let Lonnie start.
So,
We listen and we don't judge.
yeah, we listen and we don't judge. So you remember how I told you that I only let suck my dick?
Yes.
I fuck too.
Oh my God. We listen and we don't judge. I can't judge him for that.
A couple times.
I can't. Oh my God. This is so bad. Y'all don't understand how bad this is.
I didn't say fuck or fuck.
I feel like that's in the same vein though. No, I feel like it's around the same.
But those two are both ran through.
So is the other one.
I don't.
Bro, she's fucked 5 of our friends that we know of off the top of our head.
No, you think about the other one. You think about the other one.
The little the big one fucks some. Yes.
I didn't touch her.
Okay, you didn't touch the big one.
No.
So you touched the little one.
Right.
That's even worse, but whatever.
Bro,
But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now I know why she follows the pod.
that's not why.
Okay. She enjoys your content. Yeah,
Sure.
that's what it is.
Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
We
listen and we don't judge. Yeah, I didn't judge. Well, fuck. Now I sound like an asshole for mine. I don't want to do mine anymore.
Fuck that. We're doing it.
We listen and we don't judge. All right, cool. So, me
Okay.
and our friend group, we listen and we don't judge, remember?
Okay.
We had a pool.
A pool?
Yes. Like we all like put money down
Okay.
as to when you were gonna get caught cheating and broken up with. And so, yeah.
When was this?
When do you think it was?
The last one?
No. Our friend group wasn't our friend group yet in the last one.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
So yeah, we put like everybody had a day. It was like months.
So like, I feel like I should get the money then.
No, but also nobody got the money because you made it past everybody's guess.
Right. So
Which-
I feel like
which
I should
honestly-
get the fucking money.
Which honestly, it hasn't been like I think the longest guess was like 4 months. But the even worse part is I had the shortest guess.
Of course you did, because you think so lowly of me.
No, it's not even that I think lowly of you. I just think highly of other people.
Anyways,
My guess was like a month.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I literally picked, it might have been like 3 weeks.
That's crazy work.
My guess was
my
like
own best friend.
my guess was yeah.
My own best friend is crazy.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't
We
judge.
listen
You're
and we
right.
don't judge.
You're right.
I really thought yours was gonna be way worse than what you just told me.
Are we gonna keep going?
We can.
Okay. So we
God.
we listen and we don't
yeah.
judge. So this whole time, while you like been on your trying to get back,
Stalker shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been praying that she hadn't come back to you.
that's fine. That honestly, I expect that out of my friends, but especially you.
Because I want better for you.
What?
I'm
Okay.
not saying that she's not better.
No, but I understand, especially the part of the situation that you were put in, because you
I've been here since the beginning, basically.
No, you were not there since.
Well,
the beginning.
not since the beginning, but like
The beginning of the bad part.
right. That's what I mean.
Like when you came into my life was literally in the worst time of that relationship.
Yeah.
Like right near the end, into all of the toxic shit that happened.
Right.
Into what it got to now.
Mhm.
So honestly, like I kind of expect that out of my friends. Like I get it. That doesn't mean I'm gonna stop trying, but like
For sure.
I get your guys' sentiment.
I mean, I don't expect you not to stop fighting, but I feel like at some point, like you have to like start leaning more towards not fighting and just start letting go.
Yeah, nah. I feel like I'm in the middle right now, because it's not like it's an everyday fight, but like I still put up enough of an effort where like it's known by them. They know I'm still putting effort in, whether they want that or not, or they reciprocate that or not.
Right.
They know the effort's there. I really don't have a second one. I had to look really hard for that first one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was like really the only thing I could think of. Yes, that's really all I got.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like, you know.
I spent the block on my ex a few times.
But I already knew that. Oh God. All right, let's stop incriminating ourselves on it's all right. Oh God. Go
Not
ahead.
since.
Okay. No, that's
Yeah.
no, that's fine.
I just wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, nah. I mean,
Like right
okay.
up before until.
But
like,
realistically though,
you probably knew.
I did know, but fuck that. Who doesn't spin the block on their ex? Like everybody spins the block on their ex. Come on now. Everybody. That's just a normal thing.
That's fair.
And like if you say you don't, you a fucking liar. Like everybody after y'all break up, you're still going back to that person to fuck at least. At the very least. And still having conversations with that person. Like everybody spins the block on their ex. We're not gonna act like we don't do that. Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
I'm such a hypocrite for this. Because I said I wouldn't. Not to you, but I said I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't address.
No, don't. Just leave it. There's no point.
But bro, it's bothering me.
We don't gain nothing from it right now.
That is true.
We don't. So
That
we,
is true.
we can deliberate about that after the fact.
That is true.
We can just move forward. We're here to have positive vibes, a good recording.
You know I'm talking about the TikTok, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was one of two things, and I figured it was that because we just talked about the other thing.
Well, yeah, but I don't like the other thing isn't really bothering me. This TikTok is.
Right. So just let it be.
You know what? Thank you for keeping me a man of my word, because I did say that I wasn't gonna do any more petty social media stuff, and even though this isn't social media, like it would still be petty. And
Yeah.
I really
That's what we're friends for.
just gonna drink on that one.
So yeah, that was our edition of We Listen and We
Oh
Don't
man,
Judge.
I'm so mad that I can't judge you for the first thing though.
You can't.
I know I can't, but like
1 out of 10, I'm giving it an 8.
that's fine.
Just
Can I tell the people how motivated I was to come in here? Like so inspired to come in for them today.
sure.
I was just that's it. I'm just so inspired to be here. I've had a lot of inspirational, motivational things happen over the last 24 hours that really made me want to come in and pod for you guys today.
Vic had a night out.
It did cost me some money to get the inspiration, but it's all right because those strippers do fake love me. And all I need is to feel loved, you know?
They love you for the money.
It's fine. They love me for something.
Yeah.
I send some people money and don't get any love back.
That's fair.
You know?
He don't send me money and I still give him love, you know?
Yeah, but I need like a physical love and
I give you
stay away from
physical-
me. Hey yo.
I give you physical love.
Pause.
I give you a hug.
Pause.
I give you a hug. I didn't say I was giving you a hug from behind. I just said I'm giving you a hug.
Bro, I can't lie. They was doing their job last night.
I can imagine.
Like they were working.
They're getting paid for a reason.
Yeah, no, but sometimes you go in there
And they lazy with
and
it.
they don't
I
be
feel
working. But
I
last
feel you.
night, boy, they was working
I feel that.
for any amount of money too. And you want to know something crazy?
Any amount of money is crazy.
No, they was working for $1.
Jesus.
Them some hardworking women.
What was they doing? Clapping their cheeks hella hard? Like
Nah, bro, like they would like I don't even want to talk about it.
That's-
It's too much information. But what I will say is the worst thing in history happened to me last night.
Mm.
So there was a young lady in this establishment that I attended, and I guess she knew me in real life.
Mhm.
Which like I don't know her in real life, but she came up and she's like, "I know you. I've seen you before." And so she made shit awkward because she knows me in real life. Like I was trying to go crazy on her because she bad.
But like how did she make it awkward?
She didn't want me to spend money on her.
She was trying to do everything for free.
No, she was not trying to do
Oh,
anything.
she wasn't trying to interact,
Yeah,
period.
she wasn't trying to.
I got you.
Like she came
I
up
got
and
you.
talked, had this whole long like 20-minute conversation, but ain't want me to spend no money on her because she thought it was weird because we knew each other.
I don't think that's weird. Cause just like seeing people we actually know
Yeah,
that be doing
yeah,
that, and it's like
they be interacting with me,
exactly.
But
'cause
them hoes
they
like me,
want to
though.
get paid.
but
That too. Like
a
they,
lot of them be doing it for free. For
right.
the guy in the mint hoodie.
I mean that's fair. Like a lot of people, people will take care of you. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
They be
In
taking
a lot of different ways.
yeah,
See,
taking-
it's trifling ass
taking
nigga.
care of me in a lot of different ways.
But yeah, no, I mean I get it.
So me and friend of the pod was out doing our activities that we was doing.
Mr. Jew.
Yeah. And I told him, I was like, bro, when I come in here, I just want to be treated like a whore. Treat me like a whore. That's what I want. That's what I'm here for.
I'm gonna start calling him Mr. Yamaka.
Mr. Yamaka. That's what
Yeah.
you should save his name in your phone as.
I think I'm gonna change it. Mr. Yamaka and Mrs. Yamaka.
Mm.
She had to adapt.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'm glad you had a good time out last night.
Yeah, it was great. Came back motivated.
I love that for you.
And this is what I used to do when the pod first started.
Strip clubs.
Every Saturday. Like the day before the episode, religiously.
I ain't gonna lie. I be coming on here even beforehand. Like I be trying to think of shit, and I be like, nah, bro. You know, I'm gonna just wing this shit because I feel like me winging the shit
It's better content.
is better content because like you get first initial reactions to a lot of shit, and you just your authentic self versus like something that's scripted or something that you pre-rehearsed or not even. It don't even have to be pre-rehearsed, but
I would say sometimes I have some one-liners on here that I like think of throughout the week.
Yeah.
And like throw the one-liner out, and they're usually pretty cold. But for the most part, everything is just we just sitting here talking bullshit, like
Yeah.
for real. But the motivation, like the inspiration, going and seeing these women and having fun, having a good time, and being able to come out here, get my energy out the way, so that way I can come in here and put good positive energy out. You know, that's why I do it. I just do it for the show. I don't even like strip clubs for real like that. Like I ain't even that type of guy for real. But you know,
I'm just a really chill guy. Like the fuck.
I wasn't even gonna say that because a really chill guy would go to the strip club. But I'm just saying, like I don't even like objectifying women. All right, I do it for content.
Anyways. So like just digging into today, like man, I do got a question. Like you being the age you are now, almost 30. Like not even on the funny shit. Like you being almost 30.
Uh-huh.
Like if you had to look back, let's just say 12 years. Well, let's go beyond that.
16.
Let's say 15. So it's
So
15.
11? No, 13. 13.
Okay, 13.
Okay. No, when I was 13. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Yeah.
13, let's say 13 to
Now.
right up until 18. No. 13
Oh,
18.
okay, that
So like
5-year stretch.
preteen all up until teenage going into young adulthood.
Okay.
What advice would you give yourself to like the younger you versus now? Like seeing what you've seen since 13. What advice
That's
would you give yourself? And it don't even have to be nothing crazy detailed. It could be just
nah. That's
something-
like there's a couple things, right?
yeah.
The first thing I would give would be to not ever be fucking lazy.
Mhm.
Like to just work and just know the value of what's gonna come of that, because I did learn like work ethic later on in life. I probably didn't learn like work ethic till I was 18, 19 years old. Like,
Right.
really going hard, and that's when I was successful. Like whenever you start putting work in is how you become successful. And I'm now of the belief like you can outwork everybody, and whether you have the talent or not, you can surpass them just through hard work.
Mhm.
So that would be the first thing. Um and then the second thing would probably be, as far as relationships go, because that's also is to not let don't react immediately. The same thing I told Kylie and Amber on the last episode. Don't react immediately. Give that shit time. Don't
Yep.
say the first shit that comes to your mind.
Let it soak in.
Don't fucking wild out over something. Like,
Yeah.
take your time on it and react accordingly. Because I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of my relationships would have worked out better had I
Done X,
take
Y,
it.
Z.
Yeah, just taking time to not react to shit and not burn shit down. Because that's always my first reaction. It's always just like, bro, fuck this. I'm burning this shit down.
Yeah.
Like, you hurt me, I'm going to kill you.
Just crashing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, just don't do that. And then also, just work, bro. Like, all you need is to work. And even if you don't have anything else, just keep going. Just, like, don't stop.
It's pretty fair.
Pretty much. Those are probably the two things I tell. And I wish that I could tell that to the younger age of that, like the 13.
Right.
Like, the younger I could instill those two things into me, I feel like that would have been beneficial. What's some things that you would have, going back in the past, to give advice to your younger self?
And I'm gonna give myself the same age gap, but I'll probably say like, I mean, it's a few things. I'm not gonna do like full detail on everything, but I would say really like give myself time to process a lot of shit. Like you said, like not just jumping straight, not even to a conclusion, but jumping straight to assumptions or just using your actions based off of what you heard or what you seen or anything like that. I would really just say take your time and let stuff soak in, let stuff process.
Yeah.
Think about stuff, let it go in. Like think about it from different point of views, your point of view, someone else's point of view, and even an outsider. Like for me specifically, like I was still dealing with a lot of trauma.
Mhm.
Like so, like my initial reaction was like not to talk to people, specifically like family, like stuff like that. And for me, it was like these people would call, text, reach out to me, and I'm just like, fuck you, basically.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to kick it with you. I ain't got shit to say to you. Like, and so I had to get to a point where I learned like maybe these people are trying to, mend bridges with you and make shit work and apologize, and like you just need to hear them out. So I had to get to a point in my life where I had to mature enough to where it was like I can sit down, have a conversation, hash it out. Because I say it all the time, life is short, and that's the common like phrase to say. Life is short. People die every day. Like you may not see this person tomorrow, and they trying to make shit happen with you today.
That's fair.
So I had to get to a point where I'm just like, all right, I gotta lock in. I gotta make sure, like, because I'm a family person at the end of the day. So I like to be around my people. I like to make make sure that shit is positive, make sure shit is lovable around me, where I can be like, I fuck with you. Like it may not be on the level with the next person, but I still
Yeah.
fuck with you and I still love you. Like I'm gonna kick it with you. I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna have a good time with you. So for me, it's just like processing a lot of shit. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie. And I mean, we talk about it all the time outside of this, but like therapy really helped me.
Mm-hmm.
And I went through like a couple years of therapy before I was like actually able to sit down and talk with my dad, sit down and talk with my mom, like other people within my family, and like hash it out. But take your time processing a
I
lot
feel
of
that.
shit. Take your time thinking about like regardless of what somebody did to you, like take that into consideration. I'm not knocking nobody's feelings or how they feel because you're entitled to how you feel at the end of the day. But take your time and think about whether that person may have been going through something at the time. Like take that into consideration. Don't push your feelings to the side or anything like that. But make sure you're taking into account your own self. But like put yourself first, but also think about that person.
Okay, so I agree with that point, but I also disagree with that point because at what point are we making excuses for shit that maybe somebody's going through something, but you still know what's right and what's wrong?
Right. No, no,
You know what
no.
I'm saying?
And I'm not knocking like I'm not telling you to steer away from that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like put your feelings first, but also take into account what they are doing or saying to you.
Well, yeah, for sure. And obviously, if anybody,
And if they are going through something, that's on them to deal with.
yeah,
Like, because if they're old enough and responsible enough and mature enough to deal with that,
uh-huh,
then cool, deal with that. But it's how you choose to deal with it. Because if you don't deal with it at all, that's on you. I'm
yeah,
gonna deal with myself and what I got going on before I allow you to affect what I got going on.
I also think that's true, but not in every single case. Just personally, like from my personal experiences, sometimes you do put other people's issues, I guess you could say, ahead of your own.
For sure.
Sometimes I deal with you and what you're going on and let that affect me because what I feel like I have going on isn't as important as what you got going on. And so I'll take the hit on this to make sure you straight.
Right.
But also at the same time, when you're doing that, you have to know what's acceptable and what's not acceptable for you.
100%.
Like you have to know, all right, if you cross this line, I can't fuck with you.
For sure. And I'll even go to the extent of saying this specifically. And I know I get on here and I talk about my dad a lot, but like my dad is a great dude, 100%. I'll say that much.
Okay.
He is a great dude outside of what I feel towards or what I felt towards him,
Uh-huh.
as far as him being present in my life and all of that. But my dad outside of that is a great dude. So like I had to when he and I finally sat down and had our conversation, like I did take into account his feelings, but after the fact of me getting my point across, me getting my feelings off and letting him know, like, yo, I need you to hear me in order for us to mend our relationship and make shit whole again. Cause I can't go through life knowing I don't have a good relationship with my pops.
I can.
I mean, and we come from
And
similar backgrounds, but different
that's
in different
that's
aspects.
that's not to say anything as far as like um whether I whatever situation that I currently have going on. That's not to say anything in regards to that, but I've just become so accustomed to knowing that I'm the only man that I can depend on
For sure.
that it really don't matter to me. It's not it don't either way it don't bother me. I
Now,
could either A have that or B don't have that, but either way it's the same. You're gonna get the same result.
now don't get me wrong. To this day, out of almost 26 years of living, I don't depend on my dad.
Yeah.
I don't depend on any man in any regard.
Mhm.
I only depend on myself. I don't depend on no female, friends, family, relationships, whatever. I don't depend on nobody as a whole. So I get where you coming from with that. Like I don't to this day, and mark my words, I don't ask my dad for a fucking thing. Only because I know the same I'm going to get the same result as I got when I was a child.
So that's not per se what I meant. I meant so far as like in a mental capacity.
No, and I mean the same thing.
So like I'm talking about like advice. I'm talking about
Right. No,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. No, I will go to my dad and be like, yeah, I got this going on, but I will never sit here and be like, what do you think about this situation? What do you think I should do about this? Where do you think I should go? I will never, and that's not disrespecting him in any way or capacity, but that's just me as a man. Like I don't feel like I'm comfortable enough, or I feel like I have that mental capacity to be like, yo, dad, I need your advice on this, because I know
But
he
wouldn't
can't
that have
give
been
me
great though?
it for sure.
Like with
And I
like
say that all the time. It
not-
would have been great.
not to go down this rabbit hole or whatever, but like, don't you think it would have been great to have a man that's essentially you
100%.
in a different body, right?
100%.
To go to be like, we wouldn't have to give advice to our younger selves because we had that like, yo,
I mean, I still feel as if like even if we did have those male figures in our life, we still would give advice. Like
no, we still have advice, but I feel
but
like
not in this aspect.
yeah, I feel like
yeah.
I could have been like at the moment been like, yo, this happened.
Right.
I just did this.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And then it would have been to the sense of like somebody to be able to put me in my place and be like, you stupid motherfucker.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you should not have done that dumbass shit. And I know this because I've been through X, Y, and Z. And like, so a lot of times people will like, I'll give people advice or whatever, right? And they'll be like, well, you did the same shit, or you been through the same shit, so who are you to say? And I'm like, that's why I'm the person to go to.
Yeah.
Because I've been through that. I know the result. I know exactly how this shit about to go. That's why I'm telling you, maybe don't do what I did. Because what I did is the same thing that you want to do, and this is the result of it.
Right.
But most people got to go and do that themselves, and that's fine. That's great. But just know, I'll let you know before the fact what the outcome would have been.
Right.
And I'm all for people making bad decisions. But like when it's time to get serious, when it's time to like, you know, let's have a serious conversation, and somebody I care about, I'm gonna tell them like, same shit I did, you shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Because this is the outcome. You gonna lose this person, or
Yeah.
you gonna get locked up, or this is gonna happen because you're being stubborn and you're being stupid.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, just kind of bouncing off of that, the next thing I probably would tell my younger self was watch who you around.
That's important.
Not everybody is your friend. Not
Nope.
everybody is there to care for you.
Nope.
Not everybody is there to support you. There's going to be a lot of people that envy you. There's going to be a lot of people that hate on you because you got something that they don't.
And not only that, but it's gonna be a lot of people around that are around for a good time. But once shit turn sideways or shit going bad,
Yeah.
they gone.
Because I'll say this. I'll go into extent with this. Friends are temporary, no matter how you look at it. But there are a few that you can sit down and be like, I know this person got my back through whatever. I know this person gonna be here with me through whatever I go through, whether we go through it together or I go through it individually. I'm not gonna lie. Out of 4 years since me and him been best friends, like the first probably 6 to 8 months, I was probably like, man, this is gonna be a work thing. This is gonna be temporary. But like as we gradually got close, I'm like, this about to be my dude. Like this about to be my right hand, and I ain't got to worry about if me and him around each other. I ain't got to worry about nobody.
Yeah.
Like I can on a serious note, no matter how much we joke, laugh, and talk shit on this platform or even outside of this platform, I know if I came to him at whatever time of day, like, yo, bro, I need to vent, I need to talk, I need to get this off my chest, he gonna be there for me 1,000%, and vice versa. Like we can call each other any given moment, and I'll probably say 7 to 8 times out of 10, like we gonna answer. But like even if we don't, like we gonna call back, be like, yo, you straight. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my dog. And I don't have any younger siblings. I got all older brothers, sisters, all that. But like he probably the closest thing to my twin, if I'm being for real. And that's just real because we correlate on so many different levels.
And even when we don't agree on shit, because we don't agree on a lot of shit.
1,000%.
Like even for like the listen, we don't judge shit. Like what he was saying about my previous relationship, the only relationship that mattered to me, honestly.
Yeah.
we was talking about that, and he was like, I hope like that don't come back around. Even if that doesn't, he's not gonna judge me for what I'm doing.
Not at all.
To try to get back to that, but also at the same tense, like if that did come back around, he's also gonna support me in that.
I'm still gonna support.
It's just not like oh, bro, I don't agree with what you're doing. Even whether he does or he doesn't, and he has his own reasons for it. Like I said, it's nothing personal against anybody, and I feel like people take a lot of this shit personal. But the people who around me want what's best for me, and they're not even speaking so much as to any other person, but it's like, how do you act when that situation is going on? What's up with you? So like, I understand that and I respect that, but at the same time, like, even if we don't agree on shit, it's still gonna be support there.
Yeah, 1,000%. Because
that's like what real friends are for. Like, shit, I don't agree with a lot of the shit that Kylie does, per se, because I mean, you know, we had her on here last week, so I can say that. I don't agree with that. The other night, I was talking to Amber, who was here last week, and I said, bro, you give me fucking headaches. Everything you got going on, I get a fucking headache. Like, that's crazy this shit's going on right now. At the same time, I never, like, judge them for it, nothing. I'm like, you know, if that's what you need to do, or if you need to, like, maneuver around what you just did, we'll figure out how to do that.
Yeah. And I've said this previous on one of our episodes. I think it was probably like somewhere in the 20s or the 30s. But I said there's times where this man may call me and I don't want to answer, but I answer because like I don't know if he just be wanting to talk junk or, you know, say this happened, that happened, or this man genuinely need me. Like there's sometimes I don't want to answer his phone call, but I answer because like that's my dog at the end of the day.
Mostly I just call him for business these days though.
Right.
Like honestly, most of the time when I call him, it's like, yo, this needs to happen or that needs to happen.
Yeah.
You know, we need to talk about this or that. Not to say we don't talk on a personal level, because we still like, I mean, shit. There's some days a week we spend fucking 15 hours together.
Yeah.
So also we still have that, but most of the time, like our phone calls is mostly business shit, because at the end of the day, we have to come here and do this for y'all every week. So we need to save some of that.
Yeah.
For this.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like I've adapted and adopted Vic as like family now. It's not even just a friend. Like he more than a friend, he family at this point. Like I know I can call him and he there. Simple as that. He gonna be there for me, I'm gonna be there for him, and that's just that. Like, and just bouncing off of what you said about me and the we listen and we don't judge about the whole relationship thing. There's no disrespect there, and he knows that. But like for y'all, like there is no disrespect there. But me personally, as his brother, I just want better for him, whether that's her or not. Like if it's her, then cool. I just want him to be in a better place, and he knows that. Yeah. I want y'all to know that, and it's never no disrespect. Like me and him probably never and never will fall out over.
Nah,
nothing.
Nah,
like
never that.
Will we disagree and argue and not see eye to eye on a lot of shit? Of course, that's family, that's friends, that's what we do. But like, we not gonna fall out over nothing crazy.
And occasionally, we gotta have a couple like tough conversations. But that just is like that's just with anybody. That shit has to happen. Like,
I mean, we done damn near fought before.
No, we have not. I don't know why. No,
we have.
I've never almost fought you in my life.
You did.
No, I didn't. Even I know what you're referring to. I know exactly what you're referring to. And even at that, if you remember, it was some drunk motherfucker who was like, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? Da da da. Y'all can't be fighting in the middle of the street. And I said, bitch, I ain't never gonna fight him. But I'll fuck you up though. Mind your own fucking business. And that's how it go. Like even at that, like Lonnie has had to put his hands on me in situations to prevent me from doing something that he thought was dumb. Cool. But even in those instances,
we've never swung on each other.
All right, let's take a break and then we'll get on to the fun shit. And we're back from a short little 5-minute smoke break. We ain't smoked, and it wasn't 5 minutes.
Crazy. But yeah,
so back to everything that we've covered as far as everything today. Can we be honest
For sure.
about that TikTok that was made about me?
Okay. I know we. I figured.
We're not touching that. We're not touching that.
Okay.
It wasn't even made about. It was just reposted about me. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
Can we be honest about breakups
Oh, 100%.
and the truth about them?
I'm gonna just go like for the next few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and speak on my end. So
I'm excited.
I'm not giving a timeline. So however you interpret this is however you interpret this. I don't really give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
But no, and I'm not talking. I'm talking to our viewers.
Uh-huh.
But the truth about breakups is you don't ever really break up until the other person has moved on.
Oh, is that so?
And
Is that so?
listen.
Because if that's the case,
Listen.
we are in a relationship.
Listen. And I mean that. I don't mean that seriously, but I do mean that because, like, depending on how long you've been with that person,
Yeah. 4 years ish.
that can really determine how deep your love and commitment and loyalty is. No matter how you separated, broke up from one another, truly, and I mean truly, you still love that person. You still want to be with that person. You still may be in love with that person.
Facts.
But like,
I don't disagree with anything you're saying right now.
The genuine truth about it is like you aren't over that person until you have gotten to a point within yourself, not even within the relationship or for that other person, but within yourself as a person, that you just like, to hell with them. Like, not fuck them, not whatever, but
Okay.
like,
Can I ask a question though?
for sure.
So here's my whole thing, right? If me and whoever are on good terms and I no longer care to have anything to do with that person, that's one thing. That's how I know I'm done. But finishing on bad terms and being angry and me saying, fuck them, to hell with them, I don't want anything to do with them anymore, that's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Because you're acting off the emotion of anger, and the longer you keep that anger, I said something to somebody the other day when shit was whatever. And I said, yo, I finally got a reaction. And they said, yeah, but it was negative. I said, it doesn't matter. Love and hate is the same emotion.
Right.
They just on different ends of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that that emotion is still there is a win in itself. When you no longer feel anything towards a person anymore, that's when you know that's over.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's still whether I love them or hate them or fuck them, they're a piece of shit, da da da. I can say fuck them. I can say fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You're a liar. You're a cheater. You fucking are manipulative. All this, that, and the third, right? I can say all that shit. But guess what? I still have emotions towards you. Whether negative or positive, it's not done.
Right.
There's still something in me that says this person, shit, every time I see their name, every time I see their face, something happens. Whether it's bad or good, something happens.
Mm-hmm.
When it stops being something, that's when you're done with that.
Yeah. And I'll say also, like, you can still have care for the person, still have love for the person, and, you know, still want well-being and X, Y, and Z all in between for this person. But at some point when you move on, that stuff has to go away.
So I got a question for you. Have you ever moved on and still thought about another person?
100%. So, and I'll even go into detail and give specifics. So last year,
Okay.
like beginning of the year, basically.
2023.
Right.
I'm just making sure.
No, yeah.
Incorrect.
I met somebody.
I know what you're talking about.
Right. I met somebody, and we, you know, started this thing with each other. And I'm not gonna lie, I was still thinking about my ex at the time. I was still low key was still fucking my ex, still seeing him, still, doing X, Y, and Z. Because I was still stuck on that ex, but I wasn't filling a void, if that makes sense. I wasn't filling a
No.
void to make it seem like the other person was a rebound or anything like that. But like genuinely, I was still, because I couldn't be with my ex,
You was just
I
with
started
somebody else.
moving on. Yeah, I started moving on. And when I found this other person, I'm like, okay, like, let me try and move on. Let me see where I'm gonna be at. But then, like, me and my ex, like, sporadically was just like in communication, still seeing each other, still fucking, like, all of that. And I was like, it's not doing me no good. It's not doing me no justice to lead somebody else on, but still
So let me ask you this question,
dipping in my
and you
past.
could definitely, well, you might be able to answer this. You might not. Even if you would not have still been fucking or talking to your ex, right? Even though just the thought of the person still being prevalent in your mind, that does that not equate to some semblance of I still want this person in my life? And second prong of that question is that fair to the person that you're currently with?
So one, I don't think to me that means like you still want that person, because that's not the first time that has happened to me.
Yeah.
I've still thought about somebody while being with another person, but not wanting them, if that makes sense. Like
Okay.
me thinking about them is just like their well being. Like, are they good? Like, what's up? But it's
I'm gonna be
not.
honest with you. I might be a piece of shit, bro, but once I'm done, like this person no longer in my life, I don't care about your well being.
No, and that's fair.
You could die. I
I
don't
think,
care.
and it's because like everybody got different hearts, 100%.
Yeah.
But me personally, I don't have that kind of heart where I could just be like, well, fuck you. I don't care about you, whatever.
Okay, so let me just say this. Before me, I'm an idiot. Before me and I think about nothing that happened before.
For
that.
sure.
Not a single thing that happened before that relationship matters to me, right? Having said that, every relationship after that has factored her into it.
Mhm.
Regardless if it was the girl I was with being jealous of that or me being in my head thinking, you're not her.
Mhm.
She ain't you. Right? I still, nothing has measured up to it after that, but then also nothing before that even matters anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think about it. Even when I was with this person, I didn't think about anybody else from the past. Because they were what I needed at the time and they were what I wanted at the time. So they fit all these categories. Why the fuck would I even think about this?
For sure.
This person from before.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. But like I think for that specific situation, it wasn't even about us getting back together. It was just me caring for them. And
Yeah.
and I hadn't fully gotten over the fact of my ex. So I was like, all right, let me force myself to move on.
Yeah.
Cause I know we wouldn't get back together. So I was like, let me move on for myself instead of giving myself time to move on, to heal myself and X, Y, and Z.
You're not going to like what I'm about to say,
What?
but was that just you giving up? Because you just said, I knew we weren't getting back together.
No, the only
Right.
reason I say I knew we weren't getting back together because I genuinely knew. And although people like humans say words all the time that they may or
That
may
they
not
don't mean.
but truly in my heart, I knew. Like for me, it's like I have a different feeling in my body when I know something about somebody. Like, and what I mean by that is I tell this to anybody, male or female, and not even on no crazy, weird, gay shit. I read people. Like, I can read people by, like, their demeanor, their mannerisms, all of that.
Okay.
So, like, with my ex telling me, like, yo, full transparency, it wasn't the first time I fucked up. And I think the platform knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Right.
And unless they're like a first time viewer today.
For
they
sure.
Know that.
But, like, that wasn't my first time screwing up in my relationship.
Yeah.
Then. And so I'm just like, all right, you telling me next time, like, this is gonna be it. Like I've given you X amount of chances, and now like if whatever it is, this is gonna be it. So like truly in my heart, when everything unfolded,
Yeah.
I knew that was it. And granted, that was genuinely it. So I knew I wasn't wrong. Although we were still seeing each other, fucking each other, all extra
Okay,
in
but
between.
okay. So here's my thing, right? Fuck, I don't want to go into this, but I have to go into this. If somebody tells you this is the end, all right? But you guys keep fucking, and not even to make fucking that big of a thing, but you keep fucking and being there for each other. And if this life event goes on, you're there, and that life event goes on, she's there, whatever, right? Boom. And it just keeps going. And then you get to a point where another fuck up happens. Now, mind you, you guys weren't in a relationship throughout this,
Whatever
the fuck you want to
Yeah.
call it. And then that's the thing that they get so mad about that they can't get over it. Right? Cool, I get it. People get mad. People have emotions. Cool. Now, when you think back to, oh, well, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened, this. You get to like 10 things, and then it's all of a sudden, oh, well, this 11th thing, this is it. If you dealt with those first 10 things and proceeded to carry on, right? Why is that 11th thing so monumental to you? Where it's not, that's the end. Mind you, the third thing might have been bigger than the 11th thing.
It's a cycle.
And you want to be done with the cycle.
Right.
Great.
Just like people with generational curses. They want to break the curses. People want to break cycles. People want to break the repetitive things that are continuing to happen throughout a life, throughout relationships, throughout friendships, throughout family things. Like they want to break those continuous
and that's fine.
cycles.
And that's great. But my whole thing is this, right? If you were willing to put up with the first 10 things.
1,000%. I understand what you're about to say. But like at what point, you specifically, at what point do you continue to deal with the repetitive things?
No, that's okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to take this back to the first conversation we had. Me and you have to have tough conversations sometimes. Now,
but it's different.
No.
We're not in an intimate relationship.
Just listen.
Okay.
Listen. Because you can apply this to any relationship in your life, right? When we have these tough decisions, or tough discussions, it could easily be a, man, fuck you, I don't feel like dealing with this anymore, right? But it's not. A resolution comes, and then we move forward on that. You can apply that to this current situation. When you're not having these tough discussions with people, when you let shit slide, right? It can't be enough is enough until you have put your foot down. But even at that, when you put your foot down, it's not just as much as you putting your foot down. You also have to get the other person to agree that what they did was wrong. Mm-hmm. That's what has to come of this conversation and this resolution.
Right, but
so in a relationship, when I say, yo, you got to fucking stop doing this shit. Just because I said that doesn't mean you agree with that, right? Unless I say, you know what, you are right. This is detrimental to us. Me doing this shit is fucking us up. I'm going to stop doing it. You are correct.
Right. Now I'm about to prove my point. Now, with you saying this, and I go back and I'm just doing the same thing. Now I'm going against what the fuck you said and the conversation we had, and me just off the muscle, like, okay, damn, that person said that, I'm gonna take that into consideration, but now I'm just about to go back and I'm about to do what the fuck I was doing. That's me being inconsiderate of the conversation that we just had and not giving a fuck. And I'm not saying that I didn't give a fuck, so I don't want nobody to misconstrue that.
But that's not my point. My point is this. The conversation was never had.
The conversation was had.
No, but I'm saying.
Oh, you?
In my scenario, right? The conversation was never had.
I got you.
And if we never have this conversation and the airing of grievances, how we didn't agree on anything? There was no resolution came to.
I get it.
Oh my God. Oh. I can't say this, but I'm going to fucking say this. Women want you to go off hints. They want you, they don't want to be explicit about what they feel, what they say. They want you to get the fucking hint that they're giving.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. If you never express that something's an issue, why would I change my behavior?
Yeah. Because I can't
Because
read
you
minds.
never let it be known that it was an issue.
I can't read minds, but like I read body language, I read demeanor, I read mannerisms, I read all of that. But I can't read minds. Like I can go based off of what I see, based off of what I feel, but I can't go based off of just being like, oh, you're thinking this, because then that's assumptions. And I always say assumptions lead you nowhere but hurt in your
Don't
life.
make nothing but an ass of you and me.
Yeah. Assumptions get you nowhere in life but your feelings hurt. And I say that to anybody. Anybody that knows me for real, knows that I will say that faithfully to you.
And here's the thing, right? If you're invested enough in something and somebody comes to you and they say, yo, this is a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
This needs to be changed. This is a fucking problem. If you're invested enough, you're going to say, yes, you're right.
1,000%.
I'll you know what? I'll take care of that. Because now that you said that it's a problem, I take it seriously.
Yeah, but even with a person saying like it's a problem, like you may say like you're right, like this gotta happen, this gotta change, but leading up to that or after the fact, your actions gotta show that.
No, for sure, but that's my point. Unless you explicitly make it a problem, this is the issue. We
Right.
need to work on this.
Yeah.
How am I to take you seriously that this is an issue?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm doing my thing and getting my way, and you're doing your thing and getting your way, and we never address the issues,
Mm-hmm.
why would I stop?
Right.
What exactly makes it? You haven't expressed issue with it. Also, what I will say about relationships and breakups is everybody wants to be the winner of the breakup. Fuck, I want to be the winner of the breakup. I told the resident Jew this the other day. How mad would everybody be if I got back the person I want back and I didn't want that anymore?
Yeah.
How mad would everybody be? Because
You asked me that same question and I answered you very truthfully. I said I wouldn't be mad. That's your life. That's what you choose to do. And like if that's the case, you know me. I'm gonna tell you 1,000%. I'm happy.
I feel like everybody would think I'm a fucking jackass because here's the thing.
Nah.
No, but here's the thing. If that was true, which it's not, that's not at all what would happen. But if that was true, if that was circumstance and that's what it came to, I literally just did so much. The most.
Just to say I'm done.
No, just to win.
Hmm.
Literally just to win. I did the entire most. I don't think anybody's ever done more in their entire life just to get a win.
Right.
That's because at that point, that's all it would be for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's the truth because it couldn't be further from the truth. I'm Chris Brown with Carucci right here. If y'all know what that means, that's the level I'm on.
Right.
I'm standing on business. I don't care what comes of it. I will. The worst fucking. I could get shot over this business that I'm standing on, and I'm still standing on this fucking business. There is not one thing in my life or outside of my life that could get me to not stand on this business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been for a year now. I think anybody who has any type of opinion on it will tell you this. There is nothing that can get me off this business. There'll be some fucking resolution at some point. I don't know when. I don't know how bad it'll be because it could be terrible.
Right.
Honestly, like the way shit is shaping up, this could go left. I don't expect that. Mean, how do football coaches put this? An informed risk, meaning gathering all the information and seeing what the outcome could or could not be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it goes left. Could, though. We don't know. We won't know until it goes left. At that point, it'll be too late in the game.
Right.
But there's nothing that can make me not stand on business. And I feel like everybody around me knows that at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think anybody around me is trying to change my mind at this
Right.
point. I feel like early on in the game, they was trying to change my mind. Now it's just kind of like he's going to do it. There's no talking to him. There's no reasoning with him. He's going to do what he's going to do, and it'll come to what it comes to, and then we'll deal with that when it comes to that.
Right.
Hoping for all good, but like shit, it might not be.
I'll also say before we close out, like the hardest truth, one of the hardest truths about breakups is probably the processing and healing stage of it.
Can I? You're not gonna agree with this, but can I be honest about what the hardest thing about a breakup is?
Mm.
Realizing at the end of everything that either A, you weren't in love with that person, or B, that person never loved you.
No, I agree with that.
Because love is a perpetual thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's something that don't die.
Right.
You can fake be in love with somebody, and I don't mean like you're intentionally fake being in love with this person, but you think that you're in love with them. In reality, you're not. Because if you were actually in love with them, it doesn't matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You're still like, there's just a magnetic force with this person. That no matter what, even if XYZ happens, you're still coming back.
Yeah.
That probably is the toughest part that I would have to say, is that everything that you thought was real isn't. Because now that has you questioning everything, and then moving forward, you're going to question things.
Right.
Because when you actually think you're in love with somebody and then you realize that that was never real, that's when you're like, well, the next time I think that I'm in love with someone, nah. Because the last one didn't work.
Yeah.
Or because the last time that this, like, that's probably the toughest take away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever told somebody you love them and didn't mean it?
No, I don't play like that.
I can't lie. I've definitely done that.
Yeah, no, I can't play like that.
Even like recently.
Cause I can't sit with the fact of knowing, like, if somebody told me they love me and they was playing about it. I just don't play like that.
It's not even like playing about it, but even to the fact of like, I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to love you, I just can't.
Right.
Because what I feel for you will never measure up for what I feel for another person. Even somebody right now who be blowing up my phone on random Tuesdays. And that's not a diss, bro. Like, shout out to you because you do that.
Yeah.
It means that much to you that you'll do that. I gotta respect that for real. If somebody's willing to go out of their body to fucking show me something, I gotta respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm an asshole. Anyway, to say that to that person would be a complete lie because
Right.
you can't be in love with two people at one time.
You can't. Mm-mm.
You can't. It's
And that's speaking from a person that's been in multiple relationships at once.
But here's the thing. And this is something I'll tell you now and I'll tell you forever is if you have the capacity to do that, you don't love either of those people.
Oh no, hell no.
You don't.
Yeah.
When you love somebody, it's all about them 24/7, 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you don't want it to be about them. Even when you want to make decisions not based on their preference or based on their opinion or based on their how they're gonna feel about it, you still have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm gonna leave this episode.
That's right.
Thank you guys for joining us. Episode 59 of Do Say Nice with LV. I still got a shot in my cup, so y'all know what that means.
But right quick. Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, on our personal Instagram as well. Continue to support us. We love the ones that have been here since day one. We thank the newcomers that has been coming on each and every week. In the next couple weeks, and Vic don't even know this, but I just found this out myself. And he won't know until the day of. But we have a special guest coming.
Is it Lauren?
We have a special guest coming.
Is it Lauren?
And they will be here. They will be present, and it will be a good special episode. So I just want to let y'all know, let Vic know for the first time as well.
So excited.
So yeah,
I'm not even confused. I'm just excited as who could it be.
So
but
yeah,
can I say one thing? To everybody who has been here with us for the entire time, love you guys, appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being fans of Do Say Nights with LV. Everything for the last, I'd say 28, 29 episodes now has been exclusively on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Starting this week, our episodes will be back up on every single platform.
Mm-hmm.
The audio version will be back out starting this week. So for those of you who just like listening to the audio, that will be back out. For those of you who love the video, still on YouTube, no problem. We're just adding, but this audio episode will be out in audio. I have figured out the way to make it work. I actually figured it out probably 10 weeks ago, but I'll start that this week. Furthermore, nothing else changes. The name of the YouTube channel,
it's changing
from here on out. It will change this week. It's going to be, what is it, LV Entertainment?
It goes from Do Say Nice with LV to LV Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen.
The reason that we are doing this is to provide you guys with more content throughout different avenues. So that doesn't take away from Do Say Nice. Do Say Nice will still be here every week. It'll still be the same great content that we've been giving you every week. We are just now going to be expanding and giving you guys more different topics to go on. We're going to be speaking business. We're going to be speaking that's all I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
Because that episode we have produced.
So
it's
yeah,
ready to go.
Like I said, continue to like, comment, share, subscribe. All platforms. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on other platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, possibly. All that. Tune in with us. Put your post notifications on Instagram. Follow our personal accounts. Any questions you have, any comments you may have, any suggestions you may have that you want to see on any upcoming podcast shows that we produce and put out for you, let us know.
And
Vic's DMs.
So we are still taking questions. If you guys would like us to answer any questions for you, whether it be relationship advice, whether it be personal advice, whether it be your personal life, anything you guys need to know, you might not have somebody to talk to, hit either of our DMs. Preferably hit the Do Say Nights DMs because that will take priority over personal DMs because we can both see that. Anything you guys want to know, if you want to be anonymous, we'll leave you anonymous. We'll do it on the show. We'll do it probably at the beginning of the show. So any questions, comments, concerns, let us know.
Yep. And we're going to take this shot and get up out your hair for this good old day. But as I always do it here occasionally, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
And I couldn't leave you guys with an empty glass. Just like that. We gone.